What's going on, everyone? Tom here from Pizarro's Pieces, and I'm on the road again today. And today I'm visiting my man Dave here, who you guys will know on Instagram as Pizza Dude's Got 30 Seconds. How you doing, Dave?
Yeah, not too bad. Thanks
Thanks for inviting us around.
That's cool. Nice.
As you guys have seen in previous videos, like the mask and that, I've sort of been going on the road to people's houses and showcasing their collections in sort of 2, 3, 4 part videos. So we're going to do the same again. We're going to do 3 or 4 videos split across. And Dave's obviously big, as you can see behind us on the old green guys. Teenage Mutant Hero or Ninja?
Oh, I've always known Ninja.
Ninja,
always,
obviously hero
Ninja.
in the UK it was, wasn't it? But Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and as well, as you can't see out the screen, but he's also a big Star Wars collector as well. So one of the things I'm going to ask you, Dave, first of all, is sort of like where it all began for you as a kid. Was it sort of through the cartoon, was it, or was it toys first and cartoon second?
It's going to be cartoon. So I mean, they come out in '87, which is the year I was born. So I don't know whether it was from birth, just watching it straight away. But I always remember it's the theme tune. I've got a couple of episodes that always stuck in my head. I remember having the VHS tapes. So it was
back there.
yeah. So it's definitely from the cartoon, and then it was the toys. When you're old enough to start appreciating toys and what they were, and then it was the whole I need more of these toys, which is where I think the collector really started.
Was you collecting from sort of quite young, or was it sort of in your teens, or?
Well, collecting kind of really started. It's going to be teens. Really, I actually started collecting things when Star Wars come out. Episode 1.
Okay.
That was when I really started thinking.
So what was that? That was like late 90s.
Yeah, 1999. I remember going to the cinema with my dad and watching that, and that was the first film that really captivated me. Also, I always loved Turtles. It's always been in the background. Power Rangers, that kind of 90s kind of stuff. Late 80s, 90s. But collecting wise, it was Star Wars that started me off. And that collection just grew and grew and grew. It went mad. It was the Power of the Force stuff, obviously the newer stuff. But then Turtles just kind of come back in. I used to see Turtle bits around boat fairs and stuff like that, and just because I could relate to it, and there was that kind of nostalgia there, and it was just getting little bits at a time, really. And
so it's like a lot of collectors out there, I suppose. It sort of starts with 1 or 2 things, and then it ends up as they say, they call it plastic crack. Don't they? It gets a bit addictive, doesn't it? So
totally relate.
I'm with you there, mate. I know. Obviously, looking at my own collection. So I mean, looking around, obviously, in regards to Star Wars, you're not into the vintage stuff, are you? Really?
No, I've never been into vintage stuff. Yeah. Obviously, I love the way it looks and stuff like that, but where it just wasn't my era, I wasn't brought up with it. It's never been something that I've really got into. So yes, it's mostly the modern stuff and stuff that you can relate to coming out when you was a kid. That's what it's about for me. I think if I can relate to it from a childhood kind of memory, then I'll always try.
That's what it's same as me. Like, I mean, obviously,
that's the same as a lot of
I mean, I'm obviously a little bit older than you, so He-Man was my first memories, and obviously He-Man was before you were even born. It's different for everyone, I suppose. I've known Dave a couple of years from sort of like the dealer scene before, but as with most dealers in our industry, we're all collectors effectively as well, which is a dangerous game. Yeah, you've been off the scene for a little while now, so when can we kind of expect you back?
I'm hoping to get back in the next year. Really, I've got a lot of stuff going on in my personal life. You know, I've got a new job and stuff like that, new house. So I'm just trying to focus on funding that. But I need to get back into it. Like I said, it's that plastic crack feel coming back in. So I'm always collecting. I'll never stop collecting, but I do miss the dealer side of things. But there's little bits and pieces going on in the background at the minute that's going to start creeping its way
coming back again.
So
good.
I will be back.
That's good. So a lot of the guys who are probably watching this will know you from Instagram. Yeah. Obviously, Pizza Dude's Got 30 Seconds. You've got quite a strong following on there.
Yeah.
Sort of how's that sort of come about? And you know, how long you've been on Instagram? A few years now.
So my Instagram's been up for, it's got to be 3 years now. Maybe a little bit more. I never started out as Pizza Dude. I started as
some strange random name now you're going to say.
It was Figure Fan.
Oh,
or something like that, some awful name. And it was just to showcase what I was collecting. I always kind of bought and sold things, but it was never on a large scale. And I thought I'd start on Instagram. It's just one of those bored kind of thoughts, put it on there. There was a lot of people like-minded.
Well, that's how I kind of met you through Instagram.
Course,
and a mutual friend is obviously Jack from Another Earth Collectibles. So
I mean, Jack played a really big part in what I do. Obviously, I saw what he was doing, where he was selling and stuff like that, and we become good mates. And he guided me through a lot of sales and what to do and what not to do.
He kind of done the same with me, because I was quite. When I met you two, I wasn't new to collecting. I
remember,
I was new to the dealer scene. I'd only been doing it at home, and I saw when I first done my first show. Obviously, I met you two. And he was messaging me and giving me a lot of guidance and all that. So he's a good guy, Jack.
Nice one, Jack.
Cheers, Jack.
Appreciation to Jack.
In regards to your name, so I'm going to move on to a touchy subject. So Pizza Dude's got 30 seconds. It was obviously a phrase from the first Turtles film.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, everyone loves the first Turtles films, but I need to ask you about the new ones. So, the two new ones that have been out in the last, 4 years now, I think. What's the last ones? Right, In the Shadows.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on them? They've caused a bit of controversy amongst die-hard Turtles fans.
They have, and a lot of people ask me this, and it's a hard question to answer. Personally, the film, as a film, I think was a good film. It was interesting. You could watch it. It was great. But to me, it wasn't the Ninja Turtles. The first one, it was a lot of the April O'Neil story. It was because it's Megan Fox. We're going to focus this much of the film on Megan Fox.
Sure, they did this. They kind of did the same with Transformers as well, didn't they?
Of course, which is that's the selling point, and I can understand from a media point of view that's what they're trying to achieve. They're trying to sell and stuff like that. But it didn't have that feeling of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It wasn't in there. I don't think.
The second one, I don't say it bombed at the box office, because it didn't, but it didn't do particularly great, did it? They brought Bebop and Rocksteady in, and I think from a nostalgic point of view, people like me, I was big on Turtles I remember my mum getting me the sewer set and all that, but it was always, before that, it was always He-Man and Thundercats. So Turtles always came sort of third, fourth in regards to what I was into. And I see the film, and I think from a nostalgic point of view, a lot of people probably look and go, oh yeah, Bebop and Rocksteady's in it, Shadow in it.
I think that's what saved it. I think Bebop and Rocksteady saved that film from being a complete disaster. It wasn't good, in my opinion. Changing the actor of Shredder. Shredder was meant to be this huge kind of force in the Turtles that was really highly feared, and he was this short guy, and there just wasn't that. I don't know. It just didn't sell it.
Are they doing a third one, or they pulled the plug?
They probably will, because at the end of the day, it did make money.
Well.
That's what they see. If they're making a profit, and it's a big enough profit for them to actively go about doing another one, they've left it open. They've left little, Shredder's frozen. Krang's not gone, he's kind of gone back, and he promises to get the Turtles.
They did the same with Transformers, didn't they? A lot of people were saying they should have stopped at
I gave up watching them.
And now they're on, is it the fifth one?
I have no idea. Like I say, I think I watched
the
last
1 and 2 or something.
And I was like, you know what?
The third one was a bit, and then all of a sudden the hardcore Transformers fans who were like from the 80s and that are like, what the hell is Michael Bay doing?
It's Bay, it's all about effects, it's all about what he can do on screen that's big, bright and colourful, and getting people to watch it. And unfortunately it puts the storyline on the back foot where it shouldn't. With something as big as Transformers, as big as Ninja Turtles, it should be about how can I relate to both audiences, the old school audiences and the new kids people. But he's not really hit the old school ones.
What about the Star Wars ones, the new Star Wars ones? They're on a bit of a better level. I went to see both of them, and I thought they were. I'm not a Star Wars collector. I never have been, and I've seen all the films. I think all the films. I say all the films are great. That's a lie. The original 3, and I think the last 2 that have come out, Rogue One was pretty okay. I thought that was alright at the cinema.
I think Rogue One was a lot better than Force Awakens. Talking about the Turtles again, it was what Michael Bay was trying to do. Star Wars done it, and they hit that. You sat there and you felt like you was watching a film from 1977 again. With Rogue One, I was sitting there and I was excited, and it was gritty, and it had all the kind of darkness that you wanted to, and it had these really good new characters in Rogue One, especially, that for me anyway, I fell in love with straight away. and it was that character's awesome. This is brilliant. This is great. This is going somewhere.
A lot of people were upset at the end, though, weren't they?
Yeah.
If you knew, because apparently I was told that if it was in the books and the comics or whatever, everyone already knew what was going to happen.
Yeah.
But people who were just kind of into the Star Wars film side of things didn't know, and people were walking out of the cinema like, "What the hell has just happened?" I'm upset.
Do you know what it is? It's that. I mean, everyone's obviously fixated at the moment on who is Rey. So everything that's coming out with Star Wars, people try and link it to Rey.
Well, that's well before.
Yeah, no. So, but there was a lot of theories of as soon as Jyn was on the scene, and there was pictures of this woman in Star Wars. People were like, right, that's got to be her mum. It's got to be, she gets with Luke and this, and then she just died at the end. Spoilers, sorry.
Spoilers, it's been out about 4 months now.
Yeah. So hopefully that's cool.
You see that,
So. Yeah, and she dies at the end, and it kind of just shut everyone up again. And but I think it's really good they've done that, because you could appreciate the film as a whole, and and the way it kind of led up to A New Hope and left it that kind of 5 minutes before you kind of re-enter in 1977 into Leia getting the plans. I thought it was spectacular, and the same with Force Awakens. I thought it was a brilliant film, lovely new characters.
I think they went back. They wanted to go back to that's why they had the older characters.
They had to do it. So people were so upset with episodes 1, 2 and 3. Obviously as a kid growing up and watching them, I loved them because it was just Star Wars, and it was brilliant.
So you'd have only been like 12, 13, wouldn't you?
It was. I was 11, 12, going to see it with my dad, and it was it's just amazing because it was Star Wars, and I didn't really think much about
the previous
filmmaking and story and acting, and obviously now looking back at it, it's like, well, okay, I can see where
the three of them. Yeah, a lot of people were a bit like, okay. People try and just completely dismiss it from the franchise, but it's a little bit difficult.
What about you? Favourite Star Wars film?
I like the original three. Probably Return of the Jedi. I think.
Return of the Jedi.
Yeah. I like the original three. I did see Force Awakens at the cinema, and I did see Rogue One, but I think a lot of people would be in agreement. I think the original three, you can't. And even now, watching them in 2017, they kind of... I know the CGI and everything weren't like it is now, and there wasn't any, but they still stand the test of time. A lot of late 70s and 80s films, still, you watch them now and...
The best movies.
Yeah, you look at them. I mean, some kids will watch them now and they'll be like, what's all this? And oh my God. But for people that are in their late 20s up until their 40s and 50s, will look and go, well, compared to some of the crap that's out there now and the millions that they're spending, you always, and that's what we're in. We're obviously very, what we do is very for nostalgic reasons, and we're obviously going back to our childhoods and all that. So
that's what it is. That's what it's about.
But it's been good talking to you, mate. We're gonna do a separate video on some of Dave's Turtles toys and some of the Star Wars toys as well. So we'll do probably 2 different videos showcasing what he's got. If you're on Instagram and you don't follow him already, make sure you do.
Give me a follow.
Yeah. At Pizza Dude Scott 30 seconds, and obviously you can catch me on Instagram as well at Pizarro's Pieces, on Twitter and on Facebook. Don't forget to subscribe. If you've got any comments or any questions for Dave, you can ask him on his Instagram, or you can leave the comments in the box below. Until next time, guys, thanks for viewing. See you soon.